of here. Here's where the fucking road goes. We're transporting all the pets. My house washed away. And I lost it all.
We lost everything, family, friends, homes, our jobs, everything, our animals. We have nothing. We got family members floating down a river.
Jackie and Alex say they're struggling to find help and that resources are strained.
FEMA's here. You know what FEMA just told us? We can't get you a phone. I have no ID. I have no way to pay for food. He has no way to get gas. We're stuck. So we have to sleep in a car that's leaking with the same clothes we've had on since the...
For now, these strangers have each other until they can find more help.
$50. There are people up in North Carolina, in Tennessee, who had their entire life washed away before their eyes, and you want to give them $750.
$50 for a hurricane victim. What is that going to do? That's like 2 weeks worth of groceries. Let's be real. And then Joe Biden going to say he wants the American people to help with the hurricane relief. You know, we would love to help, Joe. We would love to help, but we fucking can't. We are all living paycheck to paycheck. We're struggling. Maybe, just maybe, if you quit giving our money to fucking Ukraine, we would be in a better situation. Matter of fact, as much money as we sent to Ukraine, tell them to send some back.
In the southeast, more than 190 are confirmed dead, and communities have just been completely wiped off the map. And now Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas is issuing a warning. He says FEMA does not have the funds to make it through hurricane season. This despite Mayorkas' DHS having $640 million, now that's designated money, to help communities support illegal.
That they no longer owned their land. They could not return to their land. That the government was seizing their land. Just because it is not on ABC, CBS, NBC, and all of the other propaganda machines, doesn't mean it's not true. The people of Chimney Rock are saying this is true.
It takes a special kind of evil to be doing what they are doing in the mountains right now.
It fucking pisses me the fuck off. Like, anybody who approves of this administration or would even dare to vote for them in this coming election, $750.
Americans, I'm Colonel Douglas McGregor, CEO of Our Country, Our Choice, and I must tell you I am mad as hell. Mr. President, I urge you to direct your focus to the people of North Carolina. They deserve immediate assistance. Rescue helicopters should be dispatched, resources mobilized, and aid provided without delay. Our military, which is always ready to serve abroad, must also be ready to serve here at home. Our good countrymen and women are currently left to fend for themselves while our government takes great care of illegal immigrants, criminal gang members, foreign governments, and of course, lines the pockets of warmongers. I never thought I would see a day where our citizens are treated with almost complete contempt as we see today. To be frank, I'm furious, as we all should be. We're certainly grateful for our allies around the world, but we must ask ourselves, where is the priority for our own citizens? We have citizens contemplating suicide today in North Carolina, citizens without hope, citizens who despair. Countless hardworking families are without food, water, electricity, or connectivity, facing unimaginable challenges. It is unacceptable that while we allocate vast sums to foreign conflicts, our own people suffer in silence. Washington has no idea how upset the average American citizen is with the endless drain of cash and resources into foreign wars while our own citizens are suffering.
This is the veteran FEMA inspector.
Yes.
I have a dire warning to those that are going to take the money. There is a contract at the beginning when the inspector gets there, before he starts inspecting. There's a contract that the claimant has to sign. Practically illegible. The writing is so small that 12 years ago I had to use a magnifying glass, and that's when my eyes were good. In that contract, if you do not pay the money back, it is a loan.
What?
A loan. And even if it's just $1 or $750, if
the people in North Carolina, you deserve to hear this. I'm a truck driver, all right? I have a 53-foot step deck. I've been trucking for about 2.5 years. I have a YouTube channel. You can verify that on Babyline Hotshot. Usually in a disaster situation, it is payday for truckers. We look for that hurricane. We look for that ice storm. There's generators coming to you. There's stuff coming out of military bases. There's excavators, skid steers, bulldozers, tree trimming equipment, pumps, like water pumps to pump water out of places that have been flooded. There's no loads on the load board coming to you within 125 miles of Asheville. I mean, what the hell's going on here? I had brokers call me and tell me, Stu, have you seen any loads going to Asheville or like anywhere around the Carolinas, South Carolina, Georgia? Is there any like FEMA loads? There's none. Zero. He's been a broker for 6 years. And he's talking to other brokers. They're saying the same thing. What's going on, guys?
Fort Bragg, now renamed Fort Liberty, is only 300 miles from Asheville, North Carolina, where thousands of Americans are coping with the washed out roads and bridges, power outages, and the desperate need for clean water. Yet, as of this moment, no Army helicopters have been sent to rescue Americans, presumably because these aircraft are needed in the Middle East and Eastern Europe. At the same time, Mayorkas's Department of Homeland Security still had the funds to move 5% of Haiti's population all over the United States. The Department of Homeland Security now reports that its funds are too exhausted and unavailable to assist Americans in the path of Hurricane Helene.
Throughout the week, I've been reporting how FEMA has been taking over $1 billion of our dollars that's intended for disasters and shifting it towards the illegal invasion going on right now in our country. Now, FEMA's addressing my report on their website right now, calling it a rumor, actually. They're saying that this is false. No money is being diverted from the disaster response needs. Interesting. That's very interesting that FEMA is now denying this. And the reason why I say that is, take a listen. Okay, I never divulge who my sources are behind a story, but I'm going to do it now because I don't want FEMA calling me a liar. So my source behind all my reporting is actually FEMA itself. If you go to the same website, you search these headlines, guess what? They're on their own website, okay? I pulled all of this information from their press releases.
We got no fear, no doubt, all in balls out. I hear the train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine. I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling, all down to San Antonio, all down to San Antonio.
Too many Americans have been left behind by a negligent federal government for too long. On the one hand, there are unlimited funds for a Ukrainian government that has lost a war, and apparently limitless funds for Israel's new war. On the other hand, the Biden-Harris administration took more than $1 billion tax dollars originally allocated for American disaster relief. Imagine a different future where we redirect our efforts towards solving the pressing problems right here at home. A future where our resources are allocated to rebuilding our communities, providing better health care, and addressing the root causes of addiction. Let's ensure that our government is not just reactive, but proactive in helping its citizens in need.